Ayo. What's this? It's time for some Minecraft again. I'm actually feeling a lot better as well, so we'll see how that goes. I will argue to the end of the day is that my decision making was impaired because I was sick. That's definitely why I died last week, and not because I'm terrible at Minecraft and made dumb decisions. That's definitely got to be it. No other reason. None at all. Never. It'd be nothing else. So, here we are. As you can see, I've made a new world. I've literally, you can kind of see by the time it was made all of 6 minutes ago, just before the stream started. Just so we don't have to go through the loading of it. I have not looked around. I literally made it so it would go to the escape menu straight away upon opening, and and then I immediately quit out of it just so the world is loaded. But yeah, also I feel like I should mention, I don't know if it is kind of what's coming up here. So I actually am using the name as the seed as well, in case anyone is interested. I could probably release this all as an actual official pack that me and my friends have done, but again, like, I feel terrible because right now I'm piggybacking off of a pre-existing mod pack. And that pre-existing mod pack is all the mod 6, but trust me when I say the mods in this list are very different. I believe it's like half the size of the mods, and then there's a lot of new mods that have been added as well. Now, I should mention, since last time, there has been some subtle changes. To what mods I've done, updates, and I've tweaked a couple around, and I think I removed 1 or 2 that aren't very substantial. Again, I will refer you to the list that I have in the description below if you're interested in seeing what's going on. Just editing my thing, so I have my Twitter in the description as well. Which I should mention, I've now made a Twitter for people to go and see. I've also done up a quick drawing as a new profile icon for both here and on my Twitter. I'll be doing up a banner as well later, but I might even do that on stream, actually, now that I think about it, because I'm still kind of questioning what I do tomorrow. Without further ado, though, I don't think anyone's interested in all of this sort of boring talk at the beginning, so let's get to me dying. Again, I'm hoping that people are willing to give other tips and ideas on how to get through this, because, again, last time I know what my mistake was, which was I said to myself, I've got a bunch of things I could do, but I just wanted to go to the Nether. I shouldn't have. I should have just made it so I stuck to my original plan, which was to go to the Nether in the 3rd episode. And just do a shitload of prep on that day. But again, like, I was kind of impatient because I was feeling quite ill. Take that as an argument, if you will. I do not blame you if you just still kind of go, you're an idiot. Which I was. I straight up was. I put myself in a really terrible position just because I was desperate to find things. Okay. Yo, that's a lot of pumpkin. just gonna quickly pause this so I can kind of load its chunks a little bit. There we go. That feels a bit better. Okay. So that's your Botania. This isn't actually too bad of a place to set up in. Some sheep over here. Quite a lot of sheep. I mean, I don't like being next to water, but like I'm pretty sure there's kind of at least a bit of spawn protection, or I'm going to assume there is. Ooh, what camp is that? Is that a villager or is that a pillager camp? Yo, okay. I'm pretty sure this is not a good place for me to come to immediately as my first thing to do. Okay, so that's a villager camp. Is that safe? Doesn't seem safe. There seems to be a lot of red coming from there on the mini-map. So what is this? Oh, it's Apotheosis guide. Okay. Ooh, lag. My computer is not loving this, but that's because, again, initial loading. Is that more sheep, more flowers? Yeah, that looks very dark, very... Yeah, that's pillager banners. Is that like a pillager place right next to a villager place? That's kind of a bit of a weird one. Is that villagers just on top of it? Also, that's a well, and those wells, I believe, give random buffs. Or debuffs, dependent on how they're feeling. Okay. Oh, and Android. There's no way I can fight that pillager. I'm just saying that now. Seriously? Oh, God. Scheiße. No, I'm not gonna win this. I'm not gonna win this. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I get the hint. I get the hint. Bro, is that dude still aggroed on me? Bro, could you bugger off? Am I gonna die already? What is your leash range? There's no way he should just still be chasing me. Right? Yeah, it looks like he's given up now. Okay. by the way, I should mention, if anyone's interested, if you've got other mods that you'd like to suggest for this pack, or any ideas that you'd like me to do, going back to what I was saying earlier with the suggestions. But just in general, if you've got things that you're like, oh, you should add this mod as well, because it will be interesting. I'm not against that. In fact, I'm more than up for that. Like, I'm very into the idea of trying out different things. I just saw a health bar. What are you? Oh, just wolves. Hello, wolfies. But yeah, like, overall, I think this is a very comprehensive pack, but like the other fault of it is there is a good bit of redundancy. There's a lot of like magic mods that was kind of because people wanted different things when we were doing it as a group. And I've genuinely, one of my big considerations was, do I want to get rid of stuff like blood magic, which is like, okay, what does blood magic offer that no other pack does? Because like Botania offers quite a lot of things. I can recall off the top of my head. Blood magic has been changed a lot since I played it, and that kind of is an argument. But it's also like every mod's changed since I played it. Because I played back in, was it 1.2.5 or something like that? Again, it was Equinal Exchange 2, like that sort of era. Like there wasn't auto crafting, sorting stuff to the same degree there is now. Like applied energistics didn't exist. If you wanted to do stuff like that, you used like computer craft or some really weird, wacky buildcraft piping and filtering systems. But the problem was then you'd also run out of you'd run into problems of like if you had excess of a resource. So you had to use like a lot of piping and a lot of specialized piping, and it would still end up causing problems. I remember making this gigantic fort back when that I absolutely adored. Because I made this tiny desert base, it was cute, but then I found this mountain next to it, and I built a giant base in there. And it was like from nearly 20 or 30 blocks from sky limit down to bedrock, I made a storage center, and it took me days to make. I loved that. That was fun, but I would not be I'd not be willing to put that kind of energy in quite as easily now, I have to say. Oh, slime gacha game telling me that something's happened. I'm assuming it's probably just my parallel processing's over. But yeah, no, I don't know what I'm gonna do differently this time, other than just maybe more preparation and try and be more patient. However, I also don't, again, like the thing I talked about in the previous attempt was, I don't want the gameplay to feel stagnant and just kind of like me sitting there and hiding in a cave the entire time for like multiple streams, which it was going to end up being that. There was going to be 2 streams of me hiding in a cave and not doing anything. Um, I'm trying to think where I want to set up base, if I want to set it up on top of this hill or not. I don't think this is a perfectly great space to try and do a initial base. I think if I had a bit more time and resources, yes, but it's sunset now. I need to find somewhere I can just hold up for a night. That's a bit more open. Oh, is that a ruined nether portal I saw? I'm still not used to those. It is indeed. Those can offer some pretty solid loot from what I remember. I'm just going to quickly do this. And we're going to do the bitch option. Just for one night. Because I can't get a good auction going. Okay, I should try and decide what I'm going to do first. Since we're near beaches that have the prerequisites for it, I think I'm going to try and go for Tinkers this time around, because that was the big thing I didn't want to do last time, because the beaches near where I was were a little too open to ocean, but I've got a lake right behind where I am, right here, and that's a pretty solid option. As well. Oh Jesus, is that? Is it a different biome? Zombie villages. Yeah, that's the problem with these encampments. Things like this is they quickly become zombie village housings. So this is a pillager dungeon. This is just a dungeon. This. Spider zombie, yada yada. Oh, there's foxes in this area as well. There's a skyship which I could try and cheese. To try and get some of the resources out of that. They're not amazing, but they're not horrendous. This area might not be too bad to try and colonize. Or I could try and sneak to one of these huts and try and get some loot from there as well. But yeah, I think we're going to start with tankers this time. I do love Ars Nouveau. I thought that was a really cool starting thing, and I might try and get that for at least just the attack that it gave, like that option. Interesting. But yeah, like just getting that basic thing done might not be a bad option. Just for again a early game ranged weapon to try and keep me going. But keep in mind that like this time I might not have as much iron because I had a lot of iron in that previous run. But that was kind of unique. Oh, sorry, unique to the previous run. Weird. Apotheosis stealing a bunch of things from other mods, reclassifying them. Very strange. But yeah, no. I think Tinkers is the beginning, then I might... Like, I'm still going to try and follow the pathway of aiming to try and go down Project E at an early stage. Just because it is a very powerful mod and it can get me a lot of key resources very quickly and very cleanly. I must stress, by the way, like, okay, so I know this is kind of one of those problematic things. But, like, so Project E offers the ability to basically infinitely create most items in the game, right? And that's problematic. However, I'm going to try and refrain from abusing that aspect, but I will be utilizing stuff like the Destruction Catalyst a lot. And basically, I'll be mining a shitload for a very long time to make up for the fact that I'm not going to have all the resources. And then I'll be converting all of that. So, like, it's getting into Project E is abusing the fact that I can infinitely create things, sure. But, like, my big thing that I'm getting from it is less, like, absolutely insane amounts of resources, but more a way of converting resources and creating a great targeting thing. Yes, it was parallel processing from Slime East Guy, if anyone was wondering what my alert from it was. Other than that, I don't think there's actually all that much really that's going to change about my game plan, other than just like how I lay my base out. Because I'm probably going to make a bit more of a... I'm trying to think of a good way of doing it. In hardcore, can zombies open trapdoors or break them? I have no idea. Again, hardcore is kind of unique and new to me. I'm going to quickly look it up. Hardcore. Okay, they can only break wooden doors. That makes like a treehouse sort of idea actually quite quite appetizing, I have to say. Wouldn't be the first time I've done something like that. Do like a simple base setup that relies on a treehouse. Not absurd. Oh, of course, it's bloody raining. And there's a zombie right next to me there, and there's something else over there. So, Yo, what am I supposed to do? Okay, like, I guess this is punishment for trying to... Yeah, I'm dead here. No, I'm not. Okay. The fuck am I supposed to do here? Oh, Christ. Do I just have to wait for it to stop raining? How long is that going to take? Okay, let's be smart about this, alright? Okay, well these fucks are gone. Hello? It's a zombie. Mr. Zombie. Excuse me. Mr. Zombie. God, way AI in this game so bloody stupid. Zombie. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I want to hit a little bit inland here. Okay, ladders. So I need more sticks. This should be safe enough, right? The chunk animation terrified me just then. So much more than I could ever truly explain. Oh my god. Quick reminder, there are dragons in this mod. Take a guess at what I possibly saw out the corner of my eye. Should I try and get into Botania early? Botania early is kind of weird in my eyes. Like, Botania has such a terrible progression curve in its own right. Botania is one of those mods where it can quite easily be played solo. Like, just its mod alone. However, in saying that, it also is terribly designed to be better with other mods. Like, it very much loves the idea of being supplemented. And I think that's my big, like, kind of gripe with Botania. Like, I praise Botania to the ends of the earth, but, like, that gets to me. Oh, there's a hair on my screen. Oh my fucking god. I saw, like, a white thing, like, sticking up out the forest, and I'm just like, is this just, like, some fucking dinosaur? Yo, am I about to get killed by, like, Brachiosaurus? Not gonna lie, that would be kind of cool. Different mod pack, though. Yo, I mean, if this fucks up enough times, I will change the mod pack, and that wouldn't be a bad one to do. Not at all. Dinosaurs? That sounds awesome. I will openly admit I have never actually... I don't think I've ever actually bugged around with that mod. I just only seen content for it. And yes, when I refer to content, I mean... was it Duncan from the Yogs cast? I think it was, who it was that did it? Was it Duncan or was it Shin? Sounds like something both of them would do. Nah, I'm sure it's Duncan. Y'all remember the Yogs cast back when? I don't know what they do now. I cannot comment on what they do now. But I remember watching them back when. Along with Let's Play Minecraft as well. Back when it was on a lot better and simpler times. Okay, I won't say better. They were simpler times. That's just it. They were simpler times. And I would argue I enjoyed some of that content a lot more than I did by the end of it. But again, my trust in Rooster Teeth kind of got dashed with a lot of the illegal handlings of some events that occurred. So, but I make no more comment on it other than that, I think, for my own sake. So I do not incur wrath of any individuals. Trapdoor. Oak trapdoor. Create me some of those. Coolio. Now it's 2 on all sides, so let's make it 3 on all sides. Is it the flowers that are creating the light, or is it just a jack-o'-lantern that's spawned there? Okay. I'm now realizing one issue that building like this has. And that's simply how the hell am I supposed to get ore? What I'm probably gonna do is create go to another platform and then mine down from that, and then make like a mine chute for a little bit, go underground, and then mine from there. Kind of isolating it a little bit. Now I should actually build a little bit of storage. Those are things that can jump. That's not terrifying. I'm just gonna stand here with a sword. Oh, good lord. Oh no, it's 2 of them. I thought there was a 3rd one right next to it, and it's just like, oh, okay. You actually have 3 zombies spawn off to the side there. No, that's some weird platform that spawned. Okay, not a sea serpent that's really near spawn and would make me die. Good lord, there is a good bit of stuff out in force. You can see the skeletons over there. They're actually probably some of the more terrifying things right now. I need to make some fencing underneath these to keep myself safe. Because that's the other problem I'll have. Is when you build like this, you create lots of area where the mobs can just come out of and kill you. Or stay and wait for daytime to kill you. Lord, there's so much that's spawning. Because, like, lighting underneath the platform sounds great, but that doesn't finish it. Yeah, so there's just some random jack-o'-lanterns scattered around in this biome. Good to know. Oh, if you hold shift, you can see what's in the chest. That's cute. Okay. So when daytime ticks around, priority is to make platform off in one of the directions, cardinal directions, and then build down to the ground, completely isolated, so in a tube, and make a little mine setup. That's not good because Apotheosis means that that's probably an enemy that just got upgraded. Which is not good right now, I should say. Be good much later when I'm strong enough to actually fight them. Oh, one thing I did see that I still am kind of, and it brought up a thought, is shaders. I would love to use shaders, I really would, but simply this mod pack is just a little intense enough that I can't guarantee with using a shader that it will be safe and I will be able to stream. That is just simply what it comes down to. I would really like to. Oh, it stopped raining. That's good. And the moon is progressively getting down. Which means we should start seeing the sunrise soon. That'll be good. It'd be nice to see the sunrise. Bro, why are you staring at me? Fuck off. Yeah, no, to anyone that's watching or watches later or anything like that, what did you think of the new profile icon? I quickly did that up this morning. I will take constructive criticism on it because I do think it could be a lot better. In fact, I think it really needs to be a lot better. But like that's kind of the best I can do for now. I'm not amazing at art. I used to be a lot better. Well, I used to do it a lot more. But a while back I tried to make a kind of almost a career out of it and do all the training for it, and that made me lose my love for it. Which I'm sure a lot of people can like attest to situations like that where they get told it's like, oh, if you make your hobby a job, you'll never work a day in your life, and then you end up doing your hobby in a job at like format and you just hate your hobby. I'm not saying again, it's not for everyone. But it's because I'm kind of a perfectionist and stuff like that, that when I started trying to do it as more professionally and do it to a higher quality, that I couldn't reach the quality I was expecting of myself. And because I couldn't reach that quality, I'm just like wanting to give up constantly. So there's a zombie down there. Keep that in mind. Do these guys not despawn? Or something? Burst on fire? Like the zombie? No? Okay, that's actually really terrible. Because there's still just 3 of them near me. 3 on either side of the 1. Great. Oh, one thing I will admit too, right, is for the longest time I actually considered doing streaming via being a VTuber. Thought that would be kind of cool. Yes, the old man wants to be hip with the kids and do the VTuber thing. But no, like, I thought it looked really, really cool, because, in my eyes, how I see VTubing is you get to play a character. And, like, the failure a lot of people have with, stuff in general is that, like, when you're streaming and stuff like that, often you're putting on a persona. Now, I'm not saying that persona is not very much who you are as well. I'm just saying you are putting on a persona. And I like the VTubing thing because it becomes less of a persona and more of a character. If that makes sense. Like, I see... I don't see people when I see VTubers. I see their characters. And because of that, I can have quite a bit of fun because it's like, it's their goofiness and their, all that sort of stuff that would not... Like, let's be perfectly honest, there's a lot of VTubers that if they were human beings would want to deck them in the face. Like, tsundere sort of style sort of stuff, all that. It's just aggravating. Like, yeah, being coy is cute sometimes, but, like, being just actually a terrible human being isn't. So, again, like, oh, what is it? You've got... What is that noise? Connor's character that he does, which, yeah, surprise, surprise, Connor's the VTuber Booby. I absolutely adore how he does his character, because, again, if I met Booby in real life, I'd probably want to punch him. I'd probably want to punch Connor anyway, because... But no, like, unjokingly, Booby is a character that you could not stand in the real world. However, because he's a character, it can be quite fun. Like, you can build off of that idea that it's like, okay, since this isn't real, or this isn't a real person or a real thing, you can utilize that and work within certain limitations, obviously, especially if you're with a company. But you can work to this more unique idea and create more interesting things. So again, I would argue a VTuber is more relative to acting than it is to other things. which is why I've suggested it to my partner, which is a drama student. She's done a lot of stuff relative to historical information and drama. So, doing like a historical and documenting sort of VTuber would be probably quite up her alley. Her hesitation is that she's not very spry with technology. Very evident from the other day when she was doing a recording for something that she clicked my she was doing it on my computer and she accidentally clicked my auto clicker and spent 2 hours sobbing over how she thinks that she fucked up my computer and how apparently she couldn't even figure out how to press a button, which in hindsight is very funny, but in the moment I was very angry because not at my computer, at her for the fact that my office is off of our lounge and I was sitting in there watching Futurama on Disney. Like I'm in an environment where I am just a simple door open away. And you could have resolved an issue that you spent 2 hours basically moping over. Because I'm a huge advocate of if you don't understand something, it's fine to not. Just ask people that know more on it than you, in kind of like official context. Medical information, I don't typically ask anyone outside of my actual doctor or an acting medical professional. Because if I try and assume it's like, oh, well, this is the problem, it's like, yeah, but I'm probably wrong. And that's because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not informed. Just pissed off all of the Karens just then, didn't I? It's like, how dare you! I'm very well informed with my random stuff I find on Facebook. Yeah, pseudoscience doesn't count. I mean, I still to this day struggle whenever I read pseudoscience, and I still have to read a few academic reasons to review like what is actually going on in media, because a lot of my stuff is about education and media, and psychology and politics, and a few other things here and there. I mean, I'm not exactly the most one-track minded, and I like to have a bit of a diversity going on. But the point is, though, is that I do read a lot of pseudoscience, and like I struggle reading it because it is just a bunch of like, how do I dress up something that's been funded by a group to look as like appetizing to the consumer as possible? Like, I'm gonna be honest, if your facts are boring as shit, they're more likely to be true. If we're talking historical, then the more, like, wacky is true. Like, these are the rules that you need to stick to with this stuff. It's like, what's the weirdest, wackiest story that you've heard historically? That's probably true. Like, there's all sorts of options for that stuff. But, like, actual, like, medical fact-wise or something like that, no. I can guarantee you that 90% of the time, if you're reading something, unless it's boring as shit, it's not correct. Whoops. I'm gonna be naughty and try and grab one of these jack-o'-lanterns. In fact, I'm gonna be even naughtier and try and grab 2. It's simple lighting for the early stages. Oops. Okay, that's my initial bit of cobblestone going. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to smelt some of these with this. Just so I can get torches. Oh! And there we go, we're started on a bit of a basic setup. We're not amazingly safe, but we're relatively. Okay, the two things I want to set up here will be a farm. Jesus. That spooked me for a good solid second. Is a farm for food and then a farm for trees. Yes, I know I'm surrounded by a shitload of trees and all that. However, for safety's sake, better to get trees in an area where I can effectively farm them than in an area where it's a little less effective. So that means I need bare minimum iron. Because I need to be able to bucket. Ow. Hit my fucking microphone. It's because I'm leaning in too far forward. Okay, that's the... I can spare one more because that's a nice rounded number there. Okay, okay. Sorry, I was just double checking some stuff. Good God. There's a good few of you buggers down there, aren't there? Isn't there a way of doing like elevator things? Now where it's with water, where it like shoots you up and shoots you down. Am I wrong with that? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure it's some late game stuff that or later game stuff that I'll need for that, but am I remembering that correctly? Perfect. Okay, I should make the pickaxe. Okay. Let's do 6 more lots of 4 torches. Gives me a nice solid number. Is that sugarcane? That's sugarcane. Well, I kind of want to pick up some sugarcane. I know there's a skeleton riding a spider right outside my house, and that's kind of why I want to just go to the mines stuff now. I'm not going to be stopping off for pretty much anything that's unless it's iron or coal at this stage. So like there will be a lot of ore that's just kind of like left in the walls. Technically, that's inefficient because there could be iron connected to the vein because of the way Minecraft spawns stuff. Because of the way the world gens stuff tends to generate next to each other. Fun fact of that's why it's a lot easier to find a vein off of a vein than it is to find a vein just randomly. I mean, best case scenario is you find like a ravine that's nice and safe that you can utilize, because that takes away blocks, which means that blocks generate inherently around it in quite substantial amounts. What was that noise? Copper. For now, this should do me. Oh, that's one of those sunken ships. Looked very strange for a second there, sorry. That's just because of render distance. Copper wouldn't be too bad to pick up for a tinker's tool. Oh, hello. Oh, it's those fucking jumpy boys. The fuck is that? Yo, what the fuck is that? Oh, nah, bro. I'm not fucking with whatever that is. It's clearly gonna put my shit in. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll mine around a fucking ravine, but I'm not gonna fucking go say hello to what looks like a demon turtle. The fuck did it go? Oh, that's not even worse. You know what's worse than seeing something that scares you? Not seeing it afterwards. Don't seem very nice. Dumbass. All according to Keikaku. Oh no, it's just the spiders. Okay. Still don't know where that fucking turtle thing went. Come put it in my asshole, that's where it went. God damn. I'm still spooked at that turtle. I don't know where it went. And I don't know if it's hostile or if it's going to fly at me through the bloody floor. Igniter. Okay. Oh yeah. Terrifying hearing so many monster noises just surrounding you. It's fun times for the heart. Osmium. Lead. I don't know how useful osmium is to me, or lead, at this stage. It's like, if we go into here, go to iron ore. I mean, we can just probably keep mining at this point. Okay, well, probably not anymore. Okay, what this might be is something we had in the previous one where it's just this giant open room. It's got a lot of ores in there. However, it's also a giant open room in the dark underground. I'll let you guess at why that might not be the most appetizing of places to go right now. So I'm gonna mine out these ores on the way back up just in case there is iron behind them. Like, I'm gonna be honest, the first episode's always kind of one of the worst ones, when it's done like this, in the nicer sense, because, simply, yeah, no, you're watching a dude do a shitload of mining and hiding in hovels. So I do not blame people for not wanting to watch this. I do hope you watch the rest of the series, though. Because, like, again, I'm gonna try and do my best to do, every mod in to some capacity inside of this pack. Which is actually quite an ask, I have to say. There's quite a few mods in here. But I'll try and do my best and try and make it as interesting as possible. However, again, like moments like this, I kind of, in the nicest sense, when I'm playing Minecraft, I like to switch my brain off, which is why I thought it would be a good series to stream, as well as a lot of people like Minecraft. That's great and all until, like, you just kind of have to brain dead your way through so much crap, like mining. Otherwise, it gets absolutely just boring. Like, I do want to show what this mod pack can do, as much as I possibly can, but, like, also, you kind of can't for a long time. And the one other thing that I do kind of want to stress is, like, I could do mining in between episodes. This is something I have actually considered. Especially with the previous one, is like, how good would it have been if I just done a shitload more mining in the previous one, done no progress? I would be a lot further along, and I'd probably be fine going into the Nether in that episode. However, there was also things I found, I mean, just then, kind of proof of my point of, like, the turtle thing. I had no fucking idea what that was. That was cool. I don't want to skimp out on those experiences with you guys. However, I will also ask, if that is what people want, I will do that. Like, do people get so bored of seeing, like, mining and stuff like that over and over again? Would they prefer if I did just a shitload of mining off camera? Because, yeah, no, I don't blame you. Like, I'm also trying to consider if I do, like, a edited series as well out of it, where, like, I trim up the streams and show parts from it. But I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I kind of ramble and rant just all the way through my stream. And with that being the case, like, is it a good idea to actually, like, put all that together and sort that out? Because, like, the other thing is, I also try and ensure I don't go into topics that can cause problems. Like, I study politics. I'd love to speak politics, but I also study politics, and I know nobody wants to fucking hear politics. That's one of the best parts about the study, is you realize that politics is everywhere and nobody wants to speak politics. I'm just going to try and get a little bit more wood to finish off that little platform area. But yeah. No, I think there's a lot of little aspects to learning how to stream that I am trying to do my best, because like the thing is, I've done a lot of public speaking. I've done like roles where that was absolutely necessary and quite important for. I've done customer services jobs as well. Like, that sort of stuff isn't difficult to me. It's, in the nicest sense, and I'm sure a lot of people have this issue as well, I don't think I'm that interesting. Am I? I know. I've been told I'm a very interesting person and I'm very fun to talk to. Oh, good God. That's just some dolphins. Okay. But that's also because I'm a very passionate person about things that I care about and like. And I have a way of exuding that energy that's quite useful. I don't know if I can really do that in this sort of environment, and if I can't, then what's the point? But I will also take the argument of, well, it's something that I could learn. And you know how you learn doing stuff? By doing it. A little thing about doing an education major. You'd learn a lot about how you're supposed to learn, and how learning is a ball bag experience that has no definitive answer. Everyone learns differently. Everyone learns different ways and different speeds. But everyone can learn the same stuff eventually. They just might need to use unique techniques, all sorts of stuff like that. But the one key thing that's always been quite outstanding is learning through doing. By the act of doing, you learn more than by not doing. Okay. Was I the only one that heard an explosion just then? What's that, dude? Turtle egg. Grabbing my emeralds early. Going back to the point, like, I think that there alone, hopefully you could kind of see me holding back a good bit, because I didn't want to go into a full-blown talk on it. But, like, that's the sort of stuff I talk about with my friends, and they really, really love that. Again, if that's what people want, I will more than happily accommodate. But if people are like, could you not? Then I will not. Fun part about being a content creator is you have to create content for the audience that you have. Now, I don't have much of an audience. That's kind of sad, I will admit. Disheartening, slightly. I see how it is. But, I can still learn during this time. I mean, I learned a lot last time with Minecraft stuff. It's like I've learned Ars Nouveau stuff. I learned how some individuals like to communicate on this sort of information. I should also mention, this isn't my first time streaming. I've done little stream stuff before. But nothing high caliber. I mean, the way I hold myself at events, which, again, to anyone that's in Psycho Land, I'm not against doing more events. I don't know how Discord's event system works all too well. I haven't practiced with it. But if anyone's got any ideas in that, please flick me a DM on Discord. Or on Twitter or whatever. And we can see about sorting stuff out for that. However, I will also admit, if your idea gets vetoed, then it gets vetoed, and that's not because, like, I hate you. Well, maybe it is. But it's kind of because, like, I have to think very logistically about it. It's like, what is a viable thing for me to do with my own life going on, and my own health concerns and stuff like that that's been happening in my life, while also doing that. Like, my voice still hasn't even recovered properly from COVID, and that's not likely to recover for some time from what I've been told. I mean, I'm still kind of, like, a little sniffly here and there. I've got, like, a couple of issues. But overall, yeah, no, I'm much better now. But, like, when I've got a lot more people around, I'd love to do drawing, because I kind of don't want to do drawing when there's no one around. It sounds really weird, but, like, if I'm going to do it, I hate doing drawing by myself. I like talking with people while I'm doing it and stuff, so I might get my mates for it. But, like, singing as well, like, I'd love to do some singing stuff, because I want to learn how to sing. I want to improve drastically, because I think I've improved quite a bit over the last 2 months, since I basically started actually practicing it. I'm looking at possibly getting some teaching for it from some professionals, because again, I want to hear what professionals have to say on it, not a Mr. Random Joe and his weird, wacky ideas. Not trying to shit talk anyone that's called Joe. Just want to point that out. But it is true. Like, advice from a professional and advice from just random people, very, very differently. Have a lot of variety to their legitimacy. Like, one thing that, yes, your friends can probably tell you small little details better than a doctor can, unless you're talking to your doctor on a much more regular basis, like I'm trying to. God, there's a lot of clay around. Like, a lot of clay. But, like, when it's something I want to do on a more professional level, like singing, or to a professional level, I don't want to do it professionally. But, like, my art and my and singing, I kind of want to do. I also want to do keyboard. That's why I'm looking at a school that can, like a after school sort of thing that can take in adults that do singing and keyboard. I think that would be really, really cool. Other things I'd love to do, I mean, I'd love to do, like, just sitting there reading through and watching a bunch of memes and having fun with that. But again, like, that's kind of something you only do when you're in a more popular state, and I don't want to, like, steal other people's content and just go like, ha ha ha, I'm laughing at it and reacting to it, so therefore it's my content now. I have a weird feeling on reactionary sort of content like that. Like, I like it, and it's really fun when it's the right people, but I also don't like it when it's just like it's a key aspect of their content. When it's just like, oh, well, I just react to... like, that's what your big streamers do. Like, they just sit there, don't play games all that often, they just talk, get given money... kind of maybe occasionally thank their patrons and stuff like that, but just like watch videos. I mean, there was the whole big trend recently with watching anime, which I think that was fucking stupid. Like, are they surprised that that came back on them? Like, the fact that it's like, wow, that's a breach of contract. Ah, yes. This is a problem. I just forgot about those. Well, I guess I'm stuck down here tonight. Yeah, no, there's no way I can kill them. There's sheep in the area. I can go quickly get some wool the next day, so I can actually sleep, which would be a real smart idea. I might actually wrap up in a little bit, because I don't want to go on for too much longer. I think like a 2 hour sort of stream is a good stream for this sort of stuff, especially when no one has actually been watching. Yes, that again, I think I've talked about this before. That's very disheartening. But if I keep going with this and like keep at it, I can. If there's a chance I could see people watching. And I want to stress, I'm not doing this just because I want money. God, no. I'm doing this because I want to actually practice this sort of stuff. And the only way to really practice this sort of stuff is by doing it. I want to improve at my general speech practices. Because I muck up my words from time to time. I think it'll help with my public speaking a little bit more. Which is something I want to improve on, and I would like to. I mean, like that's why I want to practice the singing and the art and stuff like that. Is I want to get those a lot better. And by getting them a lot better in like this kind of environment, I feel like it would be overall a good way of doing stuff. Yeah, sorry, I spilled some of the water in my beard. And the worst part is unless I want to craft a crafting table down here, I can't even mine that much because my pick's about to die. I don't really want to craft a second crafting table down here. Oh, interesting. If you're on the ladder, if you press your inventory, do you just crouch? Oh, that's cute. I like that. That's nice. But yeah, no. I think like that's kind of the whole thing is I'm using YouTube as a outlet for playing games. That I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I would love to play Minecraft more, and I've said that plenty of times. And me and my friends kind of with this mod pack, made a server and played it. But we didn't play it all that much, even when we were paying for it, and it was quite expensive. Just because like it's hard to have a reason to play something. Even when you want to play it, it's hard to have a reason to play it. Especially when you're busy. I'm using this as an excuse to be busy while playing the games I actually really want to play. Like, look, I played Vampire Survivors earlier today. Tested out the update that came out, I think, literally today. Which, needless to say, by the way, so I think there's a new character and a new map. Two new cards, the Arcana cards. The one I unlocked looked really good. No, sorry, it didn't look good. It looked fun. I played around with it. It was Oh, it's the chick that gives you more EXP per at certain level intervals. It's like one of the first characters you get. That starts with a magic wand. But yeah, no, like you get hers and she gives you one of the cards, and the card is literally projectile, some selected weapon projectiles bounce. Like fireballs, like the cross and its evolution, all that. It was so fun to just like get a bunch of not so good weapons like the wand and its evolution and the fireball and stuff like that. And its evolution. Like get those weapons and then just watch the screen just go insane with them bouncing everywhere off the screen. It was good. It was good. I liked that. And the Bone Zone is the new place, and I cannot stress enough that's not me making funny. That's what it's called. The Bone Zone. It's great. It's actually a real fun map. I want to play it a bit more. Other than that, I've played the new character. I have not reached level 100 with them though, but that's because I kind of wasn't playing a proper build. That's right, the Phantoms are there. I genuinely, if you're wondering, I went up there because I forgot the Phantoms were there. Good on me. I love that game. I really think Vampire Survivors was really, really cool. But yeah, I don't know what I want to do tomorrow. Like, do I want to do art? Do the banner? I will talk with my friends tomorrow and see if they're willing to stay up late and put up with my bullshit. To sitting there doing art with me. Or maybe we possibly do like a little party game, like Scribble.io or something. Have a bit of fun. Depends on who's around and who wants to stick around, sort of thing. But yeah, no, Wednesday is still up in the air in the sense that if the Warframe update comes out before the stream, then I will be doing Warframe. If it comes out after, then I won't be doing Warframe. I'll probably do like Halo Wars instead and finish off the campaign. Unless I finish that off in my spare time. Because I really kind of... I'm not going to lie, once I've finished with Minecraft today, I'm probably going to go play some fucking Halo Wars. I love Halo Wars, okay? I loved playing the first game and I love playing the second one. I think the second one is just a more or less improvement on the first. Y'all want to die, please? Don't mind me, good sir. I said don't mind me. Why do I see a... I don't believe I could have saved him at this stage. Like I said, I needed to collect wool. Didn't say it was going to be a nice collection process. Hey, sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. That's not a sheep. Hey, yo. Gathering the pillow feathers. Bro, is that another? Is that a fucking? Yeah, that there is also a dungeon. So there's a spider den, a dungeon, a well, a dungeon, a fucking pillager thing. This area is very populated, and I don't know if I like it. Toadstools. Foxies. Oh, it's a baby fox! Dude, baby foxes are cute as shit. Oh my god, it's a pillager. Is that fucking one pillager that harassed me the other time? Bro, could you just fuck right off? He's chasing me all the way with my fucking base. Go on, mate. Come on. Prick. Great, I can't fucking leave my base now. At least I can make a bed. Oh, that's right, I still need to make a pickaxe. Bro, you better not be moving in next door because you are loud as hell. Wait, there's gravel? It's like cobblestone. Yeah, I want to call the police of me harassed by my neighbor. Shut up. Okay. Let's start getting this going. Oh yeah. Yeah, mate, do you bloody mind? Okay. Now I'm gonna stop here. Because I am feeling still a little tired, and like I said, I was going to kind of end at a 2 hour mark, and we're a little shy of that now. I didn't make much progress today, but that was kind of, again, my own fault. There wasn't really much progress to be made. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to get to where I was before in the first or second episode. Like by the end of the first episode, or by the... Maybe I could get to the end of the first episode by the second episode? That sounds just really weird to explain like that. I hope people that may be watching this in the future enjoyed. I try and do my best with all this sort of stuff, and I apologize that there was just random rants and rambling throughout this. But again, like I like to express my thoughts as they come through and as plainly as I can, because I'm very opinionated in that factor. And it's just easier for me to kind of do it that way, because then I can break down my thoughts. But yeah, so tomorrow is... I will put up the schedule as early as I can. Again, I'm going to try and actually have schedules in a lot further advance. Like after this one, like I will try and have it scheduled. Like I will have the next stream scheduled at the end of the stream. From this point onwards, I will try and do that. From this week onwards, I should say. So basically, after Wednesday's stream, you'll see the Saturday's Stardew Valley with my friends. The only reason I've hesitated on that till now is because I wanted to start getting into making thumbnails, which I kind of did with this one, and I'm kind of done with some of the others. As well as I'm kind of playing games that I enjoy and when I feel like them. Which, arguably speaking, is probably not my most productive thing if I wanted to actually, like, grow the channel. If I wanted to grow the channel, I should probably just be playing this Minecraft every day. In fact, that's the other thing. I should probably be streaming more often, but I'm also working this around my real life. Like, this is a hobby. That's what it is. To think of it any less, then it's kind of... Or any more, I should say, is problematic, because I'm not going into this for money. I really don't care. In fact, if I was to do anything with money, I'd prefer to do it as, like, charities and stuff. I'd prefer to do charity streams. Like, fuck me, I'm be real honest. If I get enough people looking at this content and enjoying it, I will try and do a kind of like the forever streams. However, I will do it on a charity. Just because, like, that's the sort of stuff that I really do care about. I mean, I donate to the dogs for the Dogs for the Blind stuff that we have here in New Zealand. I have that going out of my account every month. It's a lot of money, but like I do truly believe in that sort of stuff, and it would be a charity that I actually believe in. I should probably rephrase that. Because the thing is, right, is there's a lot of charities out there that their organizational systems and structure I don't agree with, nor the practices that they do, nor the approach structure to what is being done. I don't like, for example, the blind dog stuff. I would not be putting that up for thing because that only affects New Zealand, and I would prefer to pick something that affects everyone that might donate, or affect areas where everyone donates. Like Doctors Without Borders, that's a fucking phenomenal group. I love them. I've donated via like charity streams to them before. It's like, it's not like, I wouldn't want to do it towards research. I would want to do it to, and such like that, because again, the only reason we have that structure is because, and this is me getting a little political, is because like governments and the NGOs do not want to actually set up a better structure for them. That's the easiest structure that they can do, and it's the only way they can get around stuff. I do not agree with that. So I don't agree with a lot of those sort of stuff. I've also worked with a lot of charity groups and organizations in the past. And I've had very, very terrible experiences with a few of them. I'm not going to name any. However, I will just say that I literally worked as a volunteer alongside other people that were actually working a lot more intensely in one particular one, and that one was very corporate and very terrible, and it treated its staff absolutely atrociously. And it was a religious one. And it basically, all it did was do a bunch of different ideas, different cool concepts, but it was all just to gain a higher intake of people going through so they could get more money from the government. As if you have enough more foot traffic, then you get more money. That was what they were doing. And when you kind of hear that, it sounds terrible, because that's going against like the mission at that point that they put forward, where it's, we want to actually spread the word of our religion as far and wide as possible. It's like, now you're just doing it corporately. You're selling out, basically. You're selling out the word. And I didn't like that. So I would be very picky on that sort of charity aspect. And this is why I don't talk on this stuff, because I'm sure I've just pissed off a bunch of people. But yeah, no, think through some of the stuff that I've talked about throughout this episode. So, like, tell me your interests, tell me what's not interesting of what I've talked about, what you'd like me to do, what you'd like me to change, what you'd like me to stop doing. But other than that, yeah, no, thank you to anyone that watches this in the future. And I don't think anyone was watching the stream, so I will put a blatant thank you to anyone that was and just didn't come up. I apologize. But thank you again very much for just the interest in all this stuff, and I hope to show you guys again what, like, I can't wait to show you guys what happens in the next episode of the Minecraft stuff next week, same time, or what happens tomorrow, which I do not know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. Worst comes to worst, I might just kind of put up a default sort of stream banner thing. But I will try and do like a stream about maybe art doing the banner. Cool. Thank you very much. Yeet.